What is going on, guys? It is Ahmed and I am back today with yet another video for you all, and today we're going to give a quick update on Zomedica, ticker symbol ZOM. Guys, it happened. I can't make this stuff up. Just go back and watch yesterday's video when I said, guys, Zomedica, we just went on the basic technical analysis. We know there's a support line around 89 cents a share. I said on the video, full transparency, that I am wanting to buy right around that 89 cent mark. Because again, we know there's a very strong support line at those levels. So what happened to Zomedica today? It didn't really hit the 89 cent mark, but right at 91 cents, so a couple cents above the support line that we were anticipating, it bounced right off of that and saw a surge of almost 30% in just a span of approximately 5 hours. Magnificent. I was very happy to see that, because again, that kind of helps us know, okay, Zomedica does have a support line somewhere, because as we saw this drop in the pre-market, of course, there's a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Panic selling, panic selling, panic selling. But guess what? For those of you who can hold through that, can stomach those kind of moments, you'll be rewarded very, very much. So again, remember, guys, my channel is not for financial advice, nor am I a financial advisor. Rather, I just try to put you guys in a place that I'm in and let you guys know what I'm doing with certain stocks. Zomedica has been the big focus because I truly think that this one has some strong potential. So we're over the $1 billion market cap again. So again, a lot of money did come into this company today. And you can see here up 18.68% after the market close, and looking at after hours, sure, a little bit of a sell-off, a few percent there, but still great price action for Zomedica, great momentum moving into Thursday, tomorrow morning. But I really am liking what we're seeing. Before I continue on to the video, again, guys, I have been a big advocate for Webull. So if you want 2 free stocks when you deposit $100, all you got to do, hit the link below in the description. You get 1 free stock for signing up for Webull between $2.50 and $250. All you got to do is sign up. Now, stock number 2 comes to your portfolio when you deposit $100. So when you put in $100 from your bank or from wherever, you send that $100 into your Webull account. Don't even have to buy any stocks. You get another free stock valued between $8 and $1,600. Do not miss out on your opportunity. Get your free stocks from Webull and go ahead and use the link below if you haven't already. And I really do appreciate it. Of course, full transparency, it does help out the channel, because when you get your free stocks, I also get 1 free stock for everyone who signs up. So thank you so much for everyone who has already used the link. I really appreciate everyone's support. But without further ado, let's go back to Zomedica, ticker symbol ZOM. So no real news, guys. If we look at the 5-day, of course, again, we saw a pretty significant drop in price between last Thursday and today as of this morning. And it kind of scared me going under $1. Yesterday, I kind of mentioned that in the video, it was about 97, 98 cents a share. But I said to everyone, around 89 cent mark, we know there's a strong support line. And if it starts approaching there, that's an even better entry point. And guess what? We saw it approach those numbers. So for anyone that decided to pounce, you saw some nice gains throughout the day today, from anywhere between 30% and 22% gains from the bottom that it hit. So what am I doing? What is going on? What is going to happen? So yes, there were some insider reports that came out on fintel.io. So this is just a website I love going on, because it tells us about insider trading, insider selling. And again, a lot of these higher ups in the Zomedica team did exercise their shares that they had. Some sold their shares, so you can see a lot of sales that were reported on the 12th. Looks like a couple days ago. So some of the SEC filings, because they have to disclose all this information to the public. But as you can see, this is very normal. Look at Mark Zuckerberg, for example, the CEO and head of Facebook, right? He has a lot of stock in the company. But at certain times, right, he gets to choose. Different people choose different ways to get salaried or get money from the company they work for. So if we look at the 10b5 history for the automatic trading plan, so all we know is some owners, or big owners of certain companies decide to sell some shares to make some of their salary that way, or some of their income, and others just are salaried and just straight salaried, and that's all they do. They own some shares and they hold on to those. And for these, they're not selling all their shares, they're just selling some for some financial gain, because again, the stock is doing well. Am I worried about it? No. If we saw significant, just huge sell-off in a lot of them, that's problematic. But some of these individuals, as you can see, Johnny Powers and Stephanie Morley and Cotter, all these individuals that disclosed, because of some of the SEC requirements, really all the way down to this Ann Cotter. All this is disclosing is the share price that they sold at. So as you could see, you could look through here, mainly locked, but you could see some of the exercise prices. But it's just showing at what point they potentially exercise their shares at, and sometimes some of these are showing some of the share prices which they maybe bought or sold at. So you could see between $1.15 at 45 cents a share, etc. So that's all that really means, and that's why I'm not too worried about the insider report that came out. And again, this is just purely showing the transactions. Negative signs being sold, positive signs being added. So you can see at 16 cents a share, Johnny Powers bought 625,000 shares of Zomedica. So fantastic entry point, of course, because he's one of the company owners. 100,000 shares at 35 cents for Powers. So it looks like he continued to buy shares, but did sell some of his positions off as well. Maybe doubled, tripled, depending on at certain different price points. But again, very healthy and very normal for people as a part of the company. Of course, we love to see insider buying, but if we don't, that's okay. It's just showing that, you could still see here, the insider ownership float is 4.5%, insider ownership 4.34%, and insider shares at 41 million of the current 947 million outstanding shares. So not too much, but again, a pretty significant amount is owned by insiders still. So what are the technicals looking like? What is going to happen with Zomedica? Guys, we can never know what's going to happen the next day in the stock market, but we could look at previous trends and where we are potentially headed. So now we bounced off of the 89 cent, it was about 92 cents a share support line, and we saw it rally all the way up to about $1.13 before the market closed, and it's got up to 118. So a little bit of a sell, about 10% in total from its high today. So what can happen tomorrow? Of course, it can go one of two ways, up or down, just like any other stock. But if the company comes out with some news for us, right, to give people conviction in the stock, to keep people excited about the stock, we could see this continue to rally upwards. If it doesn't, we could see it trade sideways, which is what I'm expecting. I'm hoping for more consolidation, because we kind of saw that, after it kind of hit around a $1.05, $1.08 range, pretty much consolidated, down about 0.93% from that price point. Some fluctuation and volatility on the way, but again, this is a speculative play. It's a speculative stock, and with any of these kind of plays, we see volatility, very healthy, very normal. But we're just hoping that we see volatility in the upward direction. That's what we look for. Now, Motley did come out with an article earlier this morning saying, should you buy Zomedica in April? Again, it's an opinion article, and that could continue to kind of press some sell pressure or sell off, to see more of a sell-off, is because they're saying, is Zomedica worth the risk? The big risk with Zomedica. You can go through and read this article in detail, but all it basically states is, for a company that is yet to prove its worth with their diagnostic tool or any of their products, then that is problematic for shareholders if they underperform when it comes to times for earnings, etc. So right now, we're awaiting some news. Hopefully they can give us updates throughout this next Q2 period, so April, May, and June, that can kind of give us reassurance about us holding. If they're having difficulty selling their Trueforma or getting the Trueforma out there at different vet offices, that might not give us the most, certainty for the stock or the company itself, which can, continue to have a selling pressure. If it's the opposite, if the company gives us positive news, hey, we sold 100 more units of Trueforma, we sold 1,000 units of Trueforma, that is going to cause more people to enter into the stock, more of a buying pressure, and hopefully more of a positive price action moving forward. So that is my quick update for you guys on Zomedica. I'll talk about Zomedica in the bad days. I'll talk about it on its good days, because today was one of the great days. It really outperformed the rest of the market. And that was kind of anticipated. I was waiting for this to happen. A lot of people were saying, what are you doing, hyping up a stock that's dying? Guys, this is exactly why. For anyone that listened to the video yesterday and watched it and decided to pounce, you made potentially up to 30% gains. And guess what? If you locked in some profits, I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you and your family. You're getting, money to feed yourself, feed your family, do whatever you want with it. Because that's all this is about, right? Ultimately, it's not in falling in love with a company. It's not holding for the rest of our lives and just making our portfolio millions and millions and millions of dollars. Some have that kind of, some people are attracted to that, but ultimately it's potentially getting financial gain so you could do better for yourself, do better for your family, and do something with that wealth, generational wealth, right? A lot of us are looking for that. So that's my quick update on Zomedica today. Thank you so much for everybody for tuning in. I hope everyone's having a great Ramadan so far. Today is day 2, going strong. Thankfully, the weather hasn't been too hot, so that's only helpful, not harmful at all. So thank you so much for tuning in, everyone, and until next time, keep investing.